Hello and welcome to today's reading. We are doing a chakra reading today. I've not done this before. I've not seen any other readers do this. Please tell me if there are other people doing this out there. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't already and you want to see more content from me, please like and subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. So today we're doing the chakras reading that is System 5 in this book. So Mirror of the Soul, and it is the Aleister Crowley Tarot Toff deck, which I've been using for many years and I love it. So I've not seen anyone do a chakra reading before, but my intention for this is that it's going to assist us with messages that we need to hear for any internal balancing and healing that our collective energy needs to do at this time. I've also got some sound bowls, so I might do a little, for each card we go through, do a little sound clearing too. So the chakras are the energy centers through which we draw the waves of life energy from the cosmos. At the same time, these centers are the connecting points through which we maintain contact to other people and our environment on an ethereal level. The chakras are transmitting and receiving centers through which an intensive transfer of energy on all different levels continually take place. By reading the chakras with the help of the tarot cards, we can see how the 7 main centers are functioning, what strengths are available to them, where disturbances are, and how they manifest. And the following points will give you some hints in understanding the 7 main chakras. So root 1, number 1 is our root chakra. So that's our contact to earth and to the material. Number 2 is our sacral chakra, which is the center of basic energy. Number 3 is our solar plexus, which is the element of fire. Sorry, I'm doing this from the book because I want to give you the right information. The heart chakra, which is number 4, is our heart element, which is air. Number 5 is the throat chakra, and it's the realms and functions of communication. Number 6 is our third eye, and that's our realm and function for things like visualization and intuition. And number 7 is our crown chakra, and that's realms and function of the union with cosmos and our contact through the cosmic energies, being at one with the universe. So for doing this one today, I will just place my book there. So I've got 2 decks, like I said before in a previous video where I did some kind of like teaching videos, 4-card and a 7-card spread. If you haven't seen them, I will try and link them in the description. So we've got 2 decks. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans, and we've got our Mirror of the Soul Toff deck, Aleister Crowley, which this is the one I've had the longest. And I like to use 2 decks, like I've said before, because sometimes we have 2 of the same card appear, and this can be like an extra potent message that kind of wants to come through. So I'm just going to mix both the decks. We've got some, and then what we do is we fan them out. So I'm just going to fan that one out. We've got one that's upside down. So just fan those out and then mix this one a bit. And then we're going to pick our 7 cards. So it's just like when you're feeling over cards, I kind of like to teach as I'm kind of doing readings as well. But if you feel like a pull, like a heat, or it could be cold as well, but I think I feel towards the heat more. So when you feel like something, just go with it first. So that will be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we'll pop those to the side. Okay, so this was our card number 1. So I'm just going to place that there. Number 2. number 3, number 4. Hopefully you can see all these. 5, 6 and 7. There we go. So we're going to do one at a time, and then we'll kind of tie them all together and see. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just because in the book it does it from bottom to top, but for the purposes of recording, I can't really do that with the angle of the camera. So like we said, number 1 is our contact to earth and the root chakra. And I've also got some stones as well for additional healing. So we've got the Son of Swords as our root chakra. And this is the realm of, the body, our contact to earth. It's about our money, our possessions, our function of survival and our basic life needs. And the position on the body, if you don't know already, for women, it's the perineum, and for men, it's the coccyx. So with the Son of Pentacles, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying Son of Pentacles, with the Son of Swords, we can see that he looks very determined. So he has a real focus on mind. So as this is relating to our root chakra, this is something that you're focused on to do with whether that's health or money or anything on the earthly realm, as this is our root. So there's something that we're trying to figure out, or something that we're really determined and focused on. This also, as this is the Son of Swords, so in the traditional decks, this can be like the Page of Swords or the Prince of Swords, and the Prince of Swords is tied to Aquarius. So Aquarius, is about revolutionary, forward thinking, and being ahead of their time. So there could also be some limiting beliefs that came from when you were a child, so linked to family, and these can be really ingrained. So things that we're not necessarily aware of, that we're actually still believing, because obviously when we're very little, we're programmed through all of the people that are mainly around us. So, obviously it starts with our parents and siblings, and then it's onto school with teachers. But throughout these times, we pick up so many beliefs that affect our belief in ourselves, or the things that we're willing to kind of do in the world. And it's really helpful to try and look back to things that you thought when you were a child, and things that you used to love to do, and that you may not do anymore. And a lot of us, we're here because we're trying to find our purpose, or something that would really bring us joy and fulfillment while we're here on earth. And our limiting beliefs can really affect us from doing that. So if there is a goal or something you have in mind that you are focused on achieving, and something's holding you back, I think really looking back and seeing what this could be, where it came from, would really be useful for you to do, because by being aware of that can allow the healing to take place as well. The Son of Swords can also seek approval from outside of themselves. So I think this is about remembering you are your own self-sovereign agent. You do not need to seek external validation for anyone to feel like you can build something here on earth that is something that you truly love and truly enjoy. So we will go over to the next card, but I thought I'd just give us a little chakra sound healing. So just have the intention that this chakra is now healed. So the second card we have is our sex chakra, so our sacral chakra, and that is the Chariot. I love this. So the Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So that is obviously all about, you know, the home, the healer, the homemaker, and obviously its element is water, and the element for the sacral chakra is also water as well. So I do really love that. So for me, with this one, I would say with the Chariot being in this position, this is about, you know, your attraction, your desire, your impulse, you're using your emotions, and obviously Cancer is about the home and the emotions. But with the Chariot, they kind of need to feel like they're in a safe and secure environment to allow that inner healing and transformation to take place. There's a lot of energy here of wanting forward movement and wanting to have a direction, to know in which they're going to go. And with the horse, they decide and they move forward using their intuition. They're guided by spirit. And once they have that plan, nothing can stop them. So, but it's about, this is like a preparation point. So to allow this new journey and phase to begin, it's about recognizing and doing what you're really, what really fulfills you. I would say your power is increasing, and it's about, with the sacral area, this is like also our sexual energy as well. So it's about not repressing anything, because this can be a key, like opening up this center and healing this center can really open up our intuition. A lot of people miss how important, being comfortable with your own sexuality is, because it does really help open up our divine guidance by allowing those instincts, for us to live through those instincts. So if there's anything, that you are desiring, start to plan and start to prepare, because there will be a new phase. This is a space, of feeling like being safe and secure, so you can kind of allow that healing to take place. Because once you're going through this transformation, this will give you that kind of like, I don't know, a feeling of knowing. So a feeling of knowing that what you're going to do moving forward is going to be something that does really fulfill you. But I would say at this time, it's about letting go of like our limiting beliefs, kind of cutting through those things that have been holding us back, that may be connected to our family or people from when we were younger, people that had an influence in our lives, and then allowing our desires and things that we really do want to come forward and use our instinct, use our intuition to guide us. Because I think we are on the right track. It's just we've got to heal through these blockages first, because once we allow that stagnant energy to be cleared, once we allow that to happen, we have more space for more knowings, for more intuition, for more guidance to come through. So with that being said, we'll go on to the third chakra, and this is the solar plexus, and we have the Five of Swords, defeat. So this is the element of fire in this in the solar plexus. So this is about our power, our endurance, and our self-assurance. So with this being in this area, this card is Venus in Aquarius. So Venus is all about beauty, what you love and how you love. And did I say yeah, Venus in Aquarius. And obviously Aquarius is like the person of I know. They can be eccentric, very forward thinking. So this being in this area, I'd say there might be some old wounds or old experiences that are affecting our personal power. There may be like a fear of loss, or a fear of defeat. Like obviously this is called defeat, so that would make sense. But this is kind of like looking out of balance. Like, I don't know, like there is something holding you back, that is a fear, that is affecting your personal power in what you're going to be willing to do to move forward. Sometimes, when we're allowing fears to hold us back, through maybe what's happened in our childhood or in the past, it can prevent us doing what we need to do to move forward. So it's kind of like remembering, or if you don't remember, know that fear is an illusion. It's usually of the mind, so it's something that we're crafting, or someone's taught us to believe, that is holding us back. But fear isn't real. It's kind of just allowing and knowing that you have all you need inside of you to create and build a beautiful life. And it's sort of like, don't let anyone or anyone else's opinion of what you think, of what they, you think they think is the right path, because that doesn't matter. You are here to experience, to learn, to grow, and to start to realize that all of those old identities and things that people have put on you, or beliefs that people have instilled in you, aren't relevant. That it's like, forget all of the outside noise, forget all of the things that have held you back, and really come back to your center, back to your power, come back to your solar plexus, feel into it, and really feel like your empowerment. Like, what is good about you? What things do you really enjoy? What things make you feel like, yes, I can achieve anything? Don't let those fears stand in your way, because I think, the Son of Swords has really amazing ideas, and it's very forward thinking and can be very, very ahead of their time. So there is something like a journey that you do want to begin. Fear may be holding you back and keeping you small. And you need to, I think there's a lot of work on the solar plexus that needs to be done. So I will do, sorry, I didn't do them before, so we'll do the for our sacral, and then we'll do our solar plexus. I think we all needed that. So I do think just by the perceiving and then realizing what your fears are, will start to help you let go of this. So the fourth card we have is the Three of Wands, Dominion. So this is the heart chakra and the element of air. And this is about love, surrender, trust, and desire for oneness. And the function is the union through love, which I love that. So the Three of Wands. So for this is the sun in Aries. So the sun is like, our life force, our self-expression. And obviously Aries is about, the warrior, the initiator. And it's all about fire, like I am. So with this being in the heart area, what would I say about this? How do I feel about this? So I would say this is about, looking at yourself. Is there any self-doubt that's holding back your sense of, your sense of vitality? Is there something that you're not expressing that you do really want to express? Because this is about, with your heart, this is an inner blossoming, and this is about, a real integrity. But you find this through, through stillness, through surrender. I think all of us, we do inherently, when we come here, we want to have community, we want to have love, we want to have fulfilling relationships. Oh, and I've just realised there must be a reason. I always think everything's for a reason. I read that and saw that as a Three of Wands, and it's actually the Two of Wands. So I find that quite interesting that I've been like feeling into the Three of Wands. So I feel there's a reason for that. But with the Two of Wands, this can sometimes be a decision, a choice point. But it's like knowing that you have the choice, not putting that out onto someone else or looking externally for someone else to make a choice for you. This is about using your inner authority and knowing, and it still is Aries as well. So it is about you knowing, using your drive, knowing that you can assert yourself and your will to guide you to where it is you do really want to be. So there might be a choice of heart or a change of mind or a change of heart, because obviously where we've got this, defeat or fear of defeat, it then comes to a point, a choice. But for this, I would say this is like using your heart, using that kind of, using your heart and what it is you love. That's the key. When we come here, it's all about love. It's all about experiencing love. And for a lot of us, we're here to focus on self-love. It's very easy for us to kind of come here and show our love to others. If you do have children or a pet or something that you really love, that's unconditional love, that kind of feeling of pure love. We rarely or very easily give that to ourselves. So I think this is a focus of using our self-love to allow ourselves to know how much we are worth. We are worth of beautiful, amazing, brilliant, fantastic, delicious things in our lives. And first, before those things come into our lives, we need to know our worth and our value and how much we should love ourselves first. I do think, especially us old souls, we have come here to really work on ourselves and work on being selfish and learning to love ourselves. We're very good at caring for others, but this is about really taking that time to really give yourself that nurture and self-love. I think this is Mars as well. So this is Venus, Mars? Yeah. So Aries and Mars. So this is also about, that energy, and Mars is kind of like, can be warlike energy as well. Sorry, I had to pause then because my son came downstairs, the joys of homeschooling. So one thing I was drawn to whilst I was just staring back into the card was this, and it's like the center point, finding that inner center, remaining balanced. And this is kind of like definite fire energy. So we will do the healing now for this one. Sorry, I got interrupted again. So it kind of ruined my concentration, so I had to like meditate again then. So now for the fifth chakra, which is our throat chakra, we have the Ten of Swords ruin. So for this, the throat chakra is obviously about our communication and our perception of our inner voice, our expression of us, our I, our ego. This can also relate to our clairaudience abilities as well. So with the Ten of Swords, this is the sun and the moon in Gemini. So this is like, the sign of I think, communication. It's all about self-expression. Geminis can be very intuitive as well. So with this being in the throat chakra, there could be like some negativity or anger that has built up that it's kind of affecting your communication and the things you want to speak. Maybe there's some self-doubt that needs to be looked at here. This is all about, they're very intellectual Geminis, so very in the head. But where this is the sun and the moon, this can be something that is wanting to be expressed, but something that's in the subconscious that needs to come through. So again, this could be related to like the Son of Swords and the limiting beliefs that's kind of affecting us and bringing us into negative thinking. I've got a tummy rumble then, and that's for me, when I get that, it's like a definite yes. So I think there needs to be a place of stillness, using our center, really maybe doing some inner work. This is going to help with healing this today. But even just by anything that I'm saying can bring something to your mind, like a memory, a thought, a belief that you're like, that can be an aha moment in itself, just by someone, something that you're recognizing of something that you fear, can help. I think there might be something that you need to voice out, if there is any negative thinking, because the soul essentially wants harmony, it wants peace, it wants to be centered, it wants to be balanced, it wants to feel loved. But our fears and our any negative energy that we have can, or overthinking, over analyzing, can kind of affect us from speaking our truth, and holding things back and repressing emotions can make it worse. So if there's something that you do want to communicate to another person, and you're uncomfortable doing this, a good way to heal this, it can just be by you saying it out loud to yourself, or looking in a mirror and saying what you want to say. It could be as simple as journaling as well. If you journal it out, you are still getting those emotions and those feelings, and any beliefs that you may still have holding you back can still be expressed just through pen and paper. That's what helps me a lot. I've got through many different shadow aspects of myself, and many limiting beliefs, and things that I needed to forgive and let go. I've done a lot of this healing myself, on myself, just through writing. When something triggers me and it makes me upset or angry, I then have I go and have a think and a sit by myself, and just allow any emotions, any feelings to come up, and for me to express it in truth. I don't always necessarily express it, because sometimes you think you're angry at another person, but really the reaction that you have to the other person can be an unresolved thing within yourself that just needs to be made conscious. So I do think this is something in the subconscious that wants to be made conscious now, something that you do want to express. And as this is Gemini, which is about the communication, I do think using your speech, trying to get out of the head, being into the feeling body, using your instincts, to move in the direction that feels most aligned to you, but there's something that needs to be healed first. So for this, we will then do our throat chakra sound bowl. Okay, so the sixth chakra we have is the third eye. So this is about, visualization, intuition, extrasensory perception, telepathy, clairvoyance, and spiritual awakening. So the card we have for this is the Six of Cups, pleasure. Oh, I like that. So for this card, just trying to see if I can see the signs. So this is the Sun in Scorpio. So obviously with the sun is about, our personality, our self-expression, our life's force, with it being the sun. But with it being Scorpio, this is about, death and rebirth, also sexual energy and desire. So where this is pleasure. So for you and, for opening up your spiritual gifts, I think the key to this is you're going through a kind of death and rebirth cycle, but I think this is about allowing an emotional unfolding to take place, opening up your intuition and perception, but by tapping into that sacral energy. I think that's going to really help to open up any kind of intuition or any insights that you've been hoping for. I do think that, the work of these chakras, with getting out of the head, getting into the body, where we've got, Cancer is about the home, about the heart, the homemaker, the intuition, the feeling. But as this again, this is in our sacral area and this is in our third eye. I think these are very linked. So by us tapping into the things that we find pleasurable, that could be related, to sexual relationships, relationship with self as well. If you're not with someone, finding that love and that, that kind of pleasure just with yourself, that can be a very powerful experience, and this can help to open up, and release emotional blockages as well, just by being loving to ourselves, being kind to ourselves, doing things that we truly desire. Because I do really think this also looks very even with like above and below, with the water at the bottom, and tapping into our emotions and the depths of our emotions. Sometimes and this is very, this looks very equal. So it looks very, like as above, so below, as within, so without. So what we're seeing on the external is a reflection of what we have internally. So by kind of going within, finding your center, and allowing yourself to be and do things that you do find pleasurable, things that you do desire to do, I do think this is really going to open up your connection and any kind of, intuition or insights that you're hoping to receive. I do really think this is the key. So tap into this sacral, pleasure center to allow that intuition to really help guide you on what you want to do next. So we'll do our sound bowl. It's also raining outside very heavily, so if you can't hear that, I'm very sorry. And the seventh card that we have today is for our crown chakra, and we have the Sun of Pentacles. So the crown chakra is about our union with the cosmos and our contact through cosmic energies, being at one with the universe, and about manifestation of the divine. So with this being the Sun of Pentacles, the Sun of Pentacles is about, the physical realm. So I think with our connection from the cosmos, bringing down something down to earth, is doing something that is knowing that we are, first and foremost, we are a human being on earth, And many of us into spirituality and stuff like that, sometimes we can be very much, away, in meditation, doing things that are taking us away from the physical, the physical plane. And for me, this is saying what we need to do is use our body, whether that's with physical activity, meditation, something that gets you out of your head and those limiting beliefs, doing things that you find pleasurable, because the Son of Pentacles is basically determined to manifest his goals on earth, but that is from using your connection to spirit, knowing that we are all one, we are all cosmic beings, we are always connected and guided, but this is knowing you can manifest and create anything on earth. You can drive and get towards your goals. The Son of Pentacles is very creative, but it's about, I would say, using your body as the vessel, because it comes through into your body. So your intuition, through the pleasure, you will find many people think that we're going to get some outside thing that then makes it obvious of what we need to do to go forward. But a lot of the times it's through our five senses that is the gateway to our intuition, but then it can come through in an area of the body that like whether that's a feeling in your stomach, like a gut feeling. I get stomach rumbles a lot, or when you get the hearing, where you get the really high frequency noises in your ears. I don't know if you get that, but I get that. So I get that sometimes when and paying attention to the side of the body that it's on, because if it's on your left side, you might be receiving information that can be your feminine side. The right side is like the masculine and the active side. So like using all these different parts of the body, but directions of the body, areas of the body, to know, because if you have like a physical injury, for example, the area of the body that it happens can be a clue to which is something that is blocked in your energy centers. So for me, with the Son of Pentacles, this is basically saying, use meditation, use physical activity, use the body in a way that feels pleasurable, doing things that fulfill you. This is also about action. The Son of Pentacles takes action, and he can manifest something that he is determined to reach using the power of his mind, but putting that power into the actions that he does on the physical plane. So I hope this has helped in any way today. I'm going to do the sound bowl, and then I'll finish with an animal card and an angel number. So this is a bit more awkward, this one. So please let me know below what you thought, if you felt anything in any of your chakras today. I hope this has helped clear any energy that has been, blocking you and preventing you from moving forward in a direction that feels good to you. So the animal card we have today is Butterfly Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. I love that. So that is our animal guide today, and our angel number. There we go. Is 0505. Unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. Hey, this number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you the most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong. which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. I think that's amazing. Sorry, I've been sat cross-legged for so long, my legs are killing me now. So I'm going to also pull a rune. So I'll get a rune from the bag. And we have Jera. So I'm going to read this from the books. I'm not, that familiarized with runes yet. I'm learning as I go, like most of us. So, a time of joy after worthwhile effort, after the trials and tribulations indicated, it is something of a relief to reach Jera, the rune of celebration. Jera is a joy to men when gods make the earth to bring forth shining fruits for rich and poor alike. Jera relates to times of celebration, the end of August when crops are gathered, the harvest moon, and to Christmas, which the ancient Norse celebrated as Yule. This is also the time of the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year in northern hemisphere. At this turning point of the yearly cycle, the sun finds new strength. As the days get longer, there is the promise of renewal, the spring thaw, and the restoration of fertility. So although Jera represents the most dismal part of the year, it also encourages goodwill, optimism, and warmth of feeling. On a personal level, the appearance of Jera in a reading is an excellent omen because it suggests that you're approaching a major turning point in your life. The impact of this is that any misfortunes that you have recently endured will begin to fade. Soon you'll be able to breathe a deep sigh of relief, relegate any unpleasant memories to the past, and begin anew. Joyful Jera can be interpreted as the successful completion of a project and possibly the signing of a contract that will prove extremely lucrative for you. Equally, this rune can indicate moving into a new home. The appearance of Jera is good news, and you will feel the emotional mix of excitement along with a frisson of nervousness as you anticipate new and worthwhile things coming into your life. A related interpretation of this rune also connects Jera with harvest time, and its appearance can show you reaping the rewards of your efforts in the past. Jera has no inverted meaning, so the message of this rune is always positive. As an indicator of time, it is likely to show a period of 12 months before you can celebrate your well-earned success. Also, it can literally point to the Christmas period or harvest as times of particular enjoyment and achievement. So I'll just share, that is the rune book that I have there. If you're interested, it's by Jonathan D. So I hope this has helped clear your energy today so you can, achieve and move towards anything in your life that fulfills you the most. And please share any comments or anything that you think that you would like me to share another week. Thank you, and until next time, bye.